Hi, and welcome to Pandora Astrology's monthly horoscope for Gemini. I'm Julia Mijas.
And I'm Jamie Kale Miller. Well, hey, Gemini. So good news. Mercury is going direct. Mercury was retrograde for the last 2/3 of last month, right through Christmas and the holiday season and like the gifting season and the ordering things online season, which is a real pain in the butt for all of us. But Mercury is going direct, yay, and in the sign of Sagittarius, and then moving on into Capricorn, which is going to impact like a lot of areas of your life. And you may know that as your chart ruler, Gemini is ruled by Mercury, that Mercury is really your guy for many important things, including your identity and also your career zone. So when Mercury goes direct, right away on January 1st, hooray, you can probably expect things to start getting better already then. Now, when Mercury exits its shadow zone after about a week of going direct, things will get better still. But it wouldn't be surprising at all with this retrograde Mercury traveling your seventh house if you got into arguments with your partner last month, especially if your partner happens to be a fire sign, maybe even a Sagittarius, which wouldn't be surprising for you, Gemini, because you kind of like those fiery people. So now is the time to clean that stuff up. If you had some arguments, some disagreements, some miscommunications with your partner, whether that's your personal life partner, like a spouse, or your business partner, now is the time to clear up those miscommunications and make it better. There's a lot of relationship activity early in this month. And then as Mercury moves on into, or several of the planets really move on into the eighth house, there's a shift towards the deeper, more intimate realms of relationship at month's end. So when it comes to career, we've mentioned in your previous horoscopes that Saturn is traveling your 10th house this year, which it is, traveling along through Pisces, which is your 10th house. And also it's going to still be there next year because Saturn moves more slowly than Mercury does. So during January 17th to 20th, Mercury is going to make a harmonious connection with Saturn in your 10th house and also Jupiter in your 12th house at the same time. Jupiter in your 12th house is fantastic because Jupiter in your 12th house is kind of like the feeling that angels are looking over your shoulder, or that your ancestors, are on your side, or that your totem animal is right there ready to help you whenever you need. It's like metaphysical help, Jupiter in your 12th house. And Jupiter working nicely with Saturn and then Mercury assisting them to connect is a really wonderful time to forward things in your career. So I think the best phrase for this really is, God helps those who help themselves. And I don't just mean to seconds at dinner. Hey, Julia, what's going up with finance for the Geminis of the world this month?
Well, Gemini, you probably still remember that Mercury retrograde in December because it ruled your eighth house of finance, which means there were miscommunications. There was a time of reviewing, having to go back over things that you thought were all settled, especially in terms of money. The eighth house rules the money you share with your family and partner. It also rules the money you share with institutions like your debt or investments or a mortgage. So a lot of squirrely things were happening there last month. And now this month, Mercury is direct. It's moving a little slowly at the beginning, so it's going to take a little time to catch up to speed, but things will start getting a lot more straightened out in finance, which is great, great news. And you can have a more clear path forward. Now, we do have that Capricorn new moon also happening early in the month after Mercury turns direct. So that Capricorn new moon, which is happening in your eighth house, is going to be a new chapter that's opening for you financially. Maybe this is a time after you've straightened out all the mess that's been happening for you to kind of do some planning, because Capricorn is a sign that loves to plan. It loves to be practical. It loves to set goals. So set your goals, especially for this incoming tax season that's coming up, and you'll definitely be the better for it. The other fabulous news is that Pluto is finally going to be leaving this house. It's been here for a number of years, bringing a lot of transformation to your finances, and transformations are not always easy. So there may have been ups, downs, some crises that have gone on over the past year. years, some intensity and maybe even control issues and power struggles over money too. So the way you've earned money, the 8th house way you've earned money, may have changed really, really dramatically over the last few years. And having Pluto finally leave this house, I think is going to give you a lot more stability in terms of money, so you can plan ahead a lot more effectively. Well, that's all we have for you today. And if you enjoyed this horoscope, please do hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and tell your friends about us.
Find our site at pandoraastrology.com to get a reading with one of us, and find us on Patreon for workshops and classes. And we'll see you around the cosmos.
Bye-bye.